They want to know how we're going to do it, how the public is going to take him. Is the public going to let him back in? And the public is not. The public is already canceling him. I don't believe the industry has canceled him yet. All those people who went to those Diddy parties, not one of them had came out and denounced.
CNN just dropped some shocking news. Oprah Winfrey might be connected to crimes involving Diddy. This explosive report has the entertainment world buzzing and people questioning Oprah's integrity and the company she keeps. Adding fuel to the fire, Gene Deal's recent claims are pulling Oprah back into the limelight, right in the middle of Diddy's drama. Even though Oprah has been laying low lately, these new revelations from Gene could seriously damage her reputation, hinting at a darker side we didn't know about. It's a big hit for Oprah, who's already been under the microscope for years over alleged shady activities.
But why haven't any of Diddy's friends spoke up for him?
My man, listen here. All those ones who made it to the Diddy party, to the after party, and to the hotel lobby, they not gonna ruin their brand. They not gonna say nothing. Man, I was watching the other day, listen to me. They did that, they on Channel 2 News here in New York. Gayle King and Nate and that other guy, they were talking about, they showed him beating Cassie, and they showed him the apology in the whole 9 yards. All they said is that we have commentary about that, but we gotta go to a commercial. They never came back and said nothing about it. I was like, yo, damn. He still got power like that? Somebody still like him like that? Because you know he was running with Oprah and them. He was running with that whole crew. Weinstein, Oprah, Epstein, he was running with that whole crew.
It's not really a shocker to think Oprah and Diddy might be connected given their long friendship. Oprah, often surrounded by controversy, has always been rumored to control Hollywood elites, especially black celebrities who don't conform. A prime example is when she went all out to ruin Monique's career after Monique refused to do free promo for the movie Precious, which Oprah and Tyler Perry were backing. Oprah and Tyler were so unhappy with Monique's refusal that they blacklisted her, making it really tough for her to bounce back. Even now, Monique's career hasn't fully recovered, and let's not even start on the drama between Oprah and Taraji P. Henson.
I think there's a few reasons why. Number one, it was the messenger. I should just be grateful I got invited to the party. You a big, fat, black woman. How dare you be the one? And then on top of that, you're saying names. You're saying Oprah's name out loud. You're saying Tyler's name out loud. You're saying Lee's name out loud. You're saying Lionsgate out loud. That's not what we do. We say they. We say the people. We say the studio. We say the producers. How dare you actually say our heroes' names?
Taraji P. Henson opened up about being underpaid, similar to Monique. She even mentioned almost turning down her role in The Color Purple because of the low pay. When Oprah isn't being accused of underpaying artists or getting involved in controversial matters, she's often linked to shady dealings. It's interesting to see Oprah, long seen as a champion for mistreatment victims in the industry, connected to such issues, despite her efforts to shed light on them.
I hear people go, you work a lot. Well, have to. You know, you have a team. Big bills come with what we do. We don't do this alone. The fact that we're up, there's a whole entire team behind us. They have to get paid. Your team is getting 30% or whatever your team is off of what you grossed, not more. After what Uncle Sam took. Now do the math. So I'm only human, and it seems every time I do something and I break another glass ceiling, when it's time to renegotiate, I'm at the bottom again, like I never did what I just did, and I'm just tired.
Remember when she interviewed Michael Jackson's former accusers, Wade Robson and James Safechuck, sharing their mistreatment stories? It was powerful, but it raises questions. If Wade and James hadn't recanted their testimonies denying MJ ever harmed them, why did Oprah do that interview in the first place? It's even more questionable considering how she acted like she and MJ were close while he was alive, but then cast doubts on his legacy after his death. This is especially troubling since MJ gave her one of her most significant interviews at Neverland Ranch. Oprah claimed she wanted to spark a dialogue encouraging more people to share their negative industry experiences. However, some, like Jean, dismissed her statement as insincere, suggesting that if she truly wanted to tackle industry issues, she should have started with her close associate, Harvey Weinstein, who is well known for his legal troubles. 50 Cent also criticized Oprah, saying he doesn't understand why she's targeting black men and not people like Harvey Weinstein or Epstein. He pointed out how she went after Michael Jackson and Russell Simmons and hit R. Kelly with a damning documentary, making them look guilty until proven innocent. There are also allegations that Oprah was not only aware of Harvey Weinstein's misconduct, but also played a role in covering it up.
50, KCF, you know, you wrote in your book about how Gayle once confronted you about a feud with Oprah. Where do you currently stand with the two of them now?
Well, I like both of them. I just said something. I made a comment about not understanding why they were choosing specific people for the Me Too stuff, the documentaries, because we got the president has those accusations. No one has a documentary on the president.
Right.
And as far as entertainment is concerned, I thought Weinstein was bigger than the other guys in entertainment that we see there. Those other guys are just easy victims. That's all.
Right.
Oprah's close friendship with Weinstein has raised a lot of eyebrows, especially with all the accusations against him from women in the entertainment industry. People wonder why Oprah stayed friends with him. Some reports even suggest Oprah might have been involved in some shady stuff herself. A few years ago, British actress Katie Noble accused Oprah and Naomi Campbell of helping Weinstein and tricking her. Then there's the whole thing with John of God, a Brazilian guy claiming to be a spiritual healer. Oprah believed in him so much she flew to Brazil to meet him and featured him on her show. They stayed connected for a while until he was exposed for horrific crimes like keeping women chained up, impregnating them, and selling their babies or organs. This scandal was deeply disturbing, and Oprah, being closely linked to him, found herself in the middle of it. True to her style, she handled it calmly. No apologies, no explanations, just quietly deleting videos featuring him from her page. Oprah is celebrated as one of Hollywood's biggest philanthropists, especially for her school for girls in South Africa. However, that school was soon hit by controversy when a male school matron was arrested for inappropriate behavior with female students. It's alarming how many people in Oprah's circle have been accused or charged with mistreatment. We need to ask why so many people around her are involved in such troubling behavior. Gene Deal suggests that Oprah is linked to many bad individuals because she allegedly enables their behavior. According to him, most wrongdoers have someone enabling them, and Oprah might be one of those enablers. Fans are saying it's time to investigate Oprah, pointing out her connections to Diddy, John of God, Weinstein, and Bill Cosby. It seems like more than a coincidence that so many of her close associates are in trouble. Various celebrities have warned the public about Oprah's true nature. While she's often celebrated as one of the most influential women globally, her image isn't spotless to everyone. Comedian and actress Mo'Nique has been vocal about her rocky relationship with Oprah, accusing her of contributing to her being blacklisted in Hollywood after she refused to promote the movie Precious without extra pay. Mo'Nique claims Oprah is manipulative and self-centered, saying her behavior severely damaged her career. It seemed like Oprah's emotional reaction was because someone provoked her, but Mo'Nique thinks those tears might have been fake. Things get even more interesting when you find out her deceptive behavior didn't stop there. It spread to other areas of the industry, including the rap world. When you look into the lives of industry icons, you might picture a world full of luxury and prestige, and you wouldn't be wrong. Yet, two themes always come up: power and achievement. These amazing people have carved out incredible paths in their fields, hitting milestones that once seemed impossible. Often, this journey brings them lots of money and awards, but rarely true influence. That's where people like Oprah stand out. Despite spending as much time in the spotlight as other celebs, Oprah's influence is unmatched, reaching beyond entertainment into various industries. Her impact is so significant that even government officials sometimes seek her out. Oprah has mostly used her influence to push important people toward addressing societal issues worldwide. However, despite this noble aim, she hasn't always used her power impartially. If she had been more careful in challenging situations, she might have avoided scrutiny. But reality shows the opposite. Many times, she not only went against her humanitarian values, but also turned others' exploitation into a TV genre, commodifying it. If you've watched any of her highly acclaimed shows, you'd see that while she excels in her field, what really sets her apart is her focus on human adversity. Her stage often features guests known for their achievements or talents, but she consistently highlights stories of hardship over tales of triumph. She seems to have mastered the art of weaving tragic narratives to boost her own image. Recently, though, these stories have taken a darker turn. It's becoming clear that many industry insiders have long known about her knack for exploiting others for personal gain. Despite their warnings, we were too enthralled by her offerings to pay attention. The curtain is finally coming down on her facade. Despite her knack for attracting the biggest stars from showbiz and beyond, this celebrity host's reputation goes far beyond her impressive guest list. She's a regular in the tabloids, often caught up in feuds with fellow celebrities. What's more unsettling is how these controversies sometimes contradict the causes she claims to champion under her brand. It's complicated when you realize that the issues she says she's addressing are the same ones she often gets tangled up in. Even when people acknowledge her help, many brush it off as just a publicity stunt. Taraji P. Henson, a vocal advocate against pay disparities in the industry, found herself in this very dilemma. During a recent career retrospective hosted by the SAG-AFTRA Foundation, she candidly shared her journey, highlighting tough negotiations over pay that almost made her turn down the lead role in The Color Purple, a film closely associated with the event's host. "I'm tired of the same old story of Black women facing these struggles," she said. She explained how her advocacy could help future generations of Black actresses. Though it seemed speculative, Henson's use of her platform during The Color Purple promotions to address these issues made viewers think she was subtly criticizing the film's producers, especially Winfrey. The intrigue deepened as online users analyzed two promotional videos from a press event for The Color Purple. They carefully examined the body language between Henson and Winfrey, speculating about possible tensions. Observers noted that Henson, who played Shug Avery, seemed unusually solemn and uncomfortable around her producer. Fans also wondered why Henson was the only actress Oprah didn't mention. Taraji quickly addressed this by posting a photo with Oprah on Instagram, emphasizing solidarity among Black women and women of color. She stressed the need for diversity in leadership roles across all industries, thanking Oprah for her support and saying the cast of The Color Purple always looked to her for guidance and inspiration. She praised Oprah for being approachable and willing to listen, calling her a role model for Black women's empowerment. The statement seemed like a clear effort at damage control. There were hints that Winfrey might have pressured Warner Brothers to meet the actress's demands, but this explanation didn't convince many. After Henson's Instagram post, fans flooded her comments with doubts about this supposed influence. This reaction makes sense because years ago, Monique went through a similar situation with Winfrey. The Oscar winner accused Winfrey, along with filmmakers Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry, of pushing her aside. Monique spoke openly about the issue related to her role in Precious. She revealed that the filmmakers, including Winfrey, refused to pay her for promotional work beyond what was in her contract. In a memorable 2017 Apollo Theater performance, Monique joked about the situation, saying, "I wasn't blackballed, I was whiteballed," and gave thanks to Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, and Oprah Winfrey. Little did she know, this was just the start of her troubles, symbolized by Winfrey, who seemed like a massive iceberg on the horizon.
So no, I was not blackballed. I was whiteballed. By some black dicks who had no balls. Thank you, Mr. Lee Daniels. by some niggas who had no balls. And see, I know they like to say, Monique, you talk too motherfucking much. It would kill me not to say the real shit. It would kill me not to say the real shit. You are not paying me equally. You are not treating me fairly.
During one of the interviews, Monique talked about the strain in her relationship with Winfrey. She recalled how Winfrey invited her estranged family, including her older brother who had admitted to molesting her as a child, onto her show in 2010. Monique was upset and asked, "Do you really want to invite him on the show just because he's seeking to apologize?" Even though she gave Winfrey the go-ahead for the taping, she was dismayed to find other family members, her parents and another brother, appearing as well, with one of them downplaying the seriousness of the abuse on air.
If you think I did something wrong, no, Oprah, it ain't what I think. You did do something wrong. You maliciously, and you had full intentions of having my parents on your show and not saying anything to me. Was that for ratings?
It seemed like she exploited the situation.
Well, you just exploiting me. There are some sisters in this business that are about it. Regina King was there that night. Angela Bassett was there that night. Lynn Whitfield was there that night. Kerry Washington was there that night.
Monique revealed that she had a long chat with Oprah Winfrey before the episode where she discussed her rocky relationship with her mother. Even though she and her mom weren't on speaking terms at the time, Monique felt that her mom was trying to take advantage of their situation after watching the show. Feeling betrayed, Monique tried to reach out to Oprah but couldn't get through. She noticed a pattern where Oprah seemed more interested in ratings than in real relationships, a feeling shared by other celebrities like Angelina Jolie. Back in 2006, Oprah had big plans to team up with Angelina Jolie when she launched her Leadership Academy for girls in South Africa. Given Jolie's time in Africa after the birth of her daughter, Winfrey saw it as a great chance for a meaningful partnership. It looked like a perfect match, a top Hollywood star joining forces with TV's biggest name. However, Jolie reportedly turned down the offer, leaving Oprah really disappointed. According to various sources, Oprah had hoped Angelina would be eager to join in. Jolie's refusal apparently led Oprah to stop asking her to get involved in future charitable efforts. This rejection might have stung even more, because if the reports are true, Angelina might still hold a grudge against Oprah for supporting Jennifer Aniston after her split with Brad Pitt. In another instance, Ludacris had a tough experience on Oprah's show in 2006. He showed up with his Crash co-stars, expecting a friendly chat to promote the film. Instead, he was given just a day's notice before the interview and found himself criticized for his lyrics rather than being highlighted for the movie. Ludacris felt he was unfairly treated and claimed Oprah edited out his responses while keeping hers in. In an interview with GQ, he expressed frustration, saying it felt like being an unwelcome guest on someone else's show, especially since he was there as an actor, not a rapper. Despite criticism from 50 Cent, Ice Cube, and Killer Mike about Oprah's supposed lack of support for hip-hop, she told MTV that her issue wasn't with rap itself, but with feeling sidelined as a woman in the industry. Interestingly, Ludacris isn't the only one with similar complaints. This issue resonates with others, including 50 Cent, who has been vocal about his opposition to Oprah on this front. 50 Cent's ongoing feuds with various rappers are well known, but his conflicts go beyond just hip-hop. In an interview with The Guardian, he talked about his issues with Oprah Winfrey. When he was climbing to fame, he really wanted to prove himself and get some recognition, so he made a big effort to appear on her show. This wasn't just about boosting his career. It meant a lot personally. For 50 Cent, it was a way to show his success and reassure his grandmother, a big Oprah fan, that he was on the right path. When Oprah was pitched the idea of having 50 Cent on her show, she made it clear she wasn't interested at all. She didn't like the themes in his music and outright refused to feature him, which was a major setback for 50 Cent. Feeling blocked from a big platform, he decided that if they couldn't be allies, they might as well be enemies. It seemed like Oprah had a problem with hip-hop culture, which didn't help the situation.
You have a couple of pets as well, a dog and a cat with interesting names, to say the least.
Yeah. That's Oprah.
That's Oprah.
Yeah.
Named after the Oprah, and your cat's name is?
And then Gail. But
Gail, okay, Gail.
But Oprah's criticisms went beyond just music. She had issues with other celebrities too. For example, Ice Cube felt snubbed by Oprah and The View when he tried to appear on their shows. In a chat on Tucker Carlson's Twitter show, he talked about his failed attempts to get booked, saying it might be because of his controversial political views. Ice Cube mentioned that he wasn't invited to promote his movie Barbershop or his show Black-White, even though Oprah had the cast of both on her show. He said he's still confused about why he was left out.
What platforms have banned you?
I've been you know, I tried to go on The View. They didn't have me on The View.
Why?
Well, a few of the guests just really didn't like where I was coming from. So, or a few of the hosts, I mean. So that's what I was told by the producers. You know, I don't know if the producers was just copping out and using some of the hosts to not have me come on, but I've been excluded. I've been excluded on Oprah, you know.
On Oprah?
On Oprah, yeah, I've been excluded. Yeah, man.
I would think you'd be the person Oprah would want to promote. I mean, you grew up in South Central, you were successful at a young age, you have dignity, you say what you think. Like, I thought that was the goal.
Me too, you know. I don't know what it is, but, you know, several of my, you know, I had a movie called Barbershop, you know.
Yeah, I remember.
That I wasn't invited to participate with the cast. I produced a show called Black-White, and it was a very controversial show.
Chris Brown had a different experience. He felt that Oprah should have supported him in the same way she supported Rihanna after his legal troubles with his ex-girlfriend. Brown saw Oprah's lack of support as a personal slap in the face, especially since he had performed at her school in Africa. Oprah's focus at the time was on encouraging victims of mistreatment to seek help, which included a month-long series on her show. While Oprah's rep said she appreciated Brown's contribution to her school and hoped he'd get counseling, Brown wasn't satisfied. In contrast, Oprah's handling of the James Frey scandal had a bigger impact. She had picked Frey's memoir, A Million Little Pieces, for her book club in 2005, which helped it top the New York Times bestseller list for 15 weeks. But when Frey appeared on her show to talk about the book, it didn't go as smoothly as planned, leading to mixed reviews. Some tried to track down the mugshot mentioned in James Frey's memoir, where he talks about being arrested. Their search showed that the story was made up, which cast doubt on the book's truthfulness. Oprah, who had initially endorsed the book, ended up feeling pretty embarrassed. Frey came back on her show in January 2006 to address the controversy, saying his exaggerations were due to his struggle with addiction, which he described in the memoir. Oprah wasn't having any of that excuse. She told him straight up that she felt he betrayed millions of readers. She didn't stop there. She grilled the book's publisher, Nan A. TCHES, about why they hadn't fact-checked the memoir. TCHES eventually admitted they hadn't done any fact-checking, which led to further criticism from Lee, who thought Oprah was being extremely rude. Despite the fallout, Oprah has a history of publicly calling out people on her show for various reasons, some of which can be pretty damaging to their careers. While some see this as a straightforward look at her character, others are more critical, especially regarding her connections and how she handles controversies. So as we've seen, Oprah's name has popped up in a bunch of controversial situations over the years, from her rocky relationships with celebrities like 50 Cent and Monique, to her questionable connections with figures like Harvey Weinstein and John of God. Despite her public persona as a champion for social issues and philanthropy, she's often found herself in the midst of scandals and accusations. What's particularly striking right now is her silence about the drama surrounding Diddy. With all the buzz and speculation connecting her to him, it's curious that Oprah hasn't weighed in on the situation. Given her history of navigating high-profile controversies and her known ties to Diddy, it's surprising to see her stay quiet while the media and public are abuzz. In the end, Oprah's silence speaks volumes, and it leaves many wondering what her next move might be. Will she address these connections or continue to keep her distance? Only time will tell.